Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. My Dragon Age 2 series retrospective continues today with the DLC roundup for Dragon Age 2. Like my roundup for Dragon Age Origins, I will be focusing on stuff that actually adds story content, and not all of the various items that were sold in packs or given away for various reasons. The Black Emporium is a curiosity shop full of strange creatures, items and relics run by the mysterious and rather creepy Xenon, but unfortunately there's not a lot to it. It's fun to look around for 15 minutes or so to investigate all of the weird stuff on display, but there's not really a lot to do. You can buy some equipment which changes out every so often, but you'll probably find better stuff on your travels anyway. You can also change your appearance if you don't like how your hawk turned out, or if you get bored of it. You can also get a Mabari hound as part of the deal, who you can summon in combat and talk to at the Hawk estate. One mustn't grumble too much as this is a freebie, but it's not terribly exciting all things considered. Overall, 5 out of 10. This is the Dragon Age 2 equivalent of the Stone Prisoner from Origins, seeing as it adds a new recruitable character to the game who is as fully fleshed out and integrated into the experience as any of the others that were included for free. But whereas Shale was a well-written, extremely funny and interesting character with an interesting backstory to uncover, Sebastian Vale is rather dull in comparison. He was sent away by his parents to become a member of the Chantry, only for his family to be murdered shortly after he arrived in Kirkwall. Now he's trying to find out who was responsible and weighing up whether to abandon his religious pursuits in the name of revenge, or try to put the hatred he feels aside and embrace the teachings of the Chantry. It's not terrible, just a little bit bland compared to what has come before, not to mention overpriced. Overall, 6 out of 10. If you have already played both Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition but skipped this DLC, then it may actually be of some interest to you. Hawk travels to a recently exposed part of the Deep Roads after being called out by members of the Carter, essentially a dwarven version of the Mafia. It turns out that they are trying to bring back a creature by the name of Corypheus that Hawk's father had a hand in imprisoning during his time as a Grey Warden. Corypheus was a major player in Inquisition, and he was first introduced here. This pack is actually pretty decent, and as well as some important backstory, you also get a nice new weapon in the form of Hawk's Key, which you get to personalise a little bit by choosing which attributes it gets powered up with. This DLC also feels more substantial than anything that was released for Origins, at around 3 hours if you do everything. Worth a look. Overall, 7 out of 10. While not as important from a story point of view, Mark of the Assassin is a lot of fun. You team up with the titular assassin Talis, voiced and modelled on the appearance of Felicia Day, and head off to Chateau Haine in Orlais to try and steal a valuable artefact called the Heart of the Many. During your time with this DLC, you will go on a big game hunt for a wyvern, explore the chateau either with the option to go loud or stealthily, before experiencing some interesting twists with an entertaining boss battle at the end. I sometimes find Felicia Day annoying, but she is at least a decent actress who delivers her lines well and makes a convincing elf. I think this is the best DLC of all the stuff that was released for Dragon Age 2, and it's fitting that it was the last. Again, it weighs in at about 3 hours of content if you take your time, explore and complete all the side quests. Overall, 8 out of 10. With the exception of the Black Emporium, which is free, I would say that all of the Dragon Age 2 DLC is just a tad too expensive for my liking. Unlike Dragon Age Origins though, there is no complete or ultimate edition that I know of, at least for the Xbox 360, which is a shame. These are included in sales every so often though, so it's worth holding out for one of those before you decide to pick them up. On the whole, the quality level has increased compared to Origins, apart from the extra party member where Shale was most definitely better than Sebastian. That brings us to the end of my Dragon Age 2 coverage then. I will soon be embarking on my playthrough of Inquisition. I was thinking I might try playing as a Qunari, as previously I has played it as an elf and a human. I expect there will be a bit of a gap before I return with my Inquisition review, as it is extremely long and I don't want to burn out before the end due to rushing through it. There will be other stuff on the site or channel in the meantime though.